% from the field. It's stolen by Harris. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Up and in on the layup.
And guys, they've allowed an embarrassing number of points off those turnovers.
Well, you really put your defense in a tough spot. You compromise your defense when you fumble the ball away like that.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all.
The Hornets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Second personal foul.
He's off on the first.
Going to the line, Jan Mahimi. Shooting.
And he sinks the second.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense.
Another three for Chicago.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
Carr. Shot is no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Young is out there with Young. Then it's Smith, and it's Francis in at the 3 slot. So that's... the Hornets 5.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Shots good from Young.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes. Elevates and powers in the one-hand.
Textbook.
Yeah, and I'm glad, guys, he doesn't go overboard on that when he get a little too fancy. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
The Bulls making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Here's Young, rejected by Harris. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Look at that.
Harris.
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
I tell
one.
you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
Got a piece of it. Now here's Barnes. Defense is right there. Harris, right side. Over Smith. And the best. By Harris. Harris has got 4 this quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Bulls.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
And Young kicks to Smith. From deep three-point range, and the Bulls get it back. Here's Harris. Connects from three-point range.
Wow.
For three.
What can you say?
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And again, Chicago running the court in transition. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Harris.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of you.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
Young dishes to Young. They set the screen. Out left to the wing. Here's Francis. And he can't stop the run as he misses. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field.
Oh, wow.
Harris.
That's a beautiful jam.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team is underperforming. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the board.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
And Young kicks to Young. Wide open look. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Lets the three fly. Another 3 for Chicago.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And Rose throws it down.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Here's Harris. And the Bulls, another 3.
For three.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose. Yeah, terrific play right there. Great. Strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Mahimi's checked in for Charlotte. Curry comes in for Young.
Fellas, that's been a go-to shot for him today.
Yeah, and they found that sweet spot in the defense. And it's right between the paint and the three-point line. And, boy, have they been rock solid.
Nice shot by Smith.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high-percentage shot. You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things, to change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Chicago calls timeout. They're in front by a ton. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Charlotte making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Stuckey outside. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now.
And the foul on Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. Harris is checked in for Rodney Stuckey.
Substitution. Harris.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Mahinmi. That one goes.
Over the basket.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Chicago.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance, Clark. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And guys, when you're cracking heads against somebody 4 times over the course of a season, boy, it's a great feeling to snatch that first game. Good adjustments tonight against the Hornets.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Harris. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Harris. 1:03 left in the game. Fires the 3. That's good.
Harris.
Here's Francis. Got a piece of it. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Offensive rebound. Rose kicks to Inglis. Here's Harris. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight, but we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had them on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at them.
The whole knockout blow.
It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential they put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
First free throw is good.
At the line for your Hornets, shooting 2.
Stephen Curry hits them both. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. The clock now can just run out for the Bulls. Here's Harris. And the Bulls, another 3.
Just dialed in from the three-point line in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they're putting a world of hurt on them with the triple.
Here's Hollis Jefferson, and going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. Off the inbound. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Let's take a look now as we give our nod to our Jordan Player of the Game. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that'll do it